ICICI Bank Car Loans presents CNBC TV 18 Overdrive Awards 2010.
Welcome back to the 2010 CNBC TV 18 Overdrive Awards jury round, coming to you from the burning asphalt of the MMST racetrack in Chennai. Our jury are still out on track, so let's check out more contenders for Car of the Year. Designed and developed in Germany, the i20's European good looks have been much appreciated ever since the car rolled into India. Also drawing praise are the fully spec'd out interiors and acres of cabin space. First launched with Hyundai's frugal 1.2-litre Kappa petrol engine, the i20 has since acquired a new 1.4-litre diesel power plant.
Out here where conditions are favourable for it, it's been performing brilliantly, and it's a nice car to drive in the city. It is light, it's nimble, and the engine performs fairly decently. And most importantly, it's also a very efficient car, spacious as well, and that's what commuters are looking for.
After smashing through all the roadblocks and poo-pooing the naysayers, Tata Motors finally unveiled the 1 lakh car to a frankly astonished motoring community this year. A proper car in every which way, the NANO is good-looking, spacious, well-built and a surprising performer. How surprising? Well, here's Gaurav Gill's take.
Quite exciting to drive it actually, because everyone's talking about it, and I drove it here in the morning today. Not bad at all. Definitely the performance is the big point of that car. I never expected it to be so fast, and it's pretty quick for that small engine that it has. Apart from that, I think the air conditioning was phenomenal as well. I mean, with this much of heat on the racetrack, my feet are burning right now. It was working absolutely fine, and it drifts also, you know, by the way.
The Nano's rear-mounted twin-cylinder 624cc all-aluminium petrol engine also produces an ARAI certified mileage of 23.6 kilometers per litre. And once Tata Motors streamlines the production, the Nano will quite literally take over Indian roads.
When Sirish told me this was an excellent car, I had my doubts. But now that I've driven it a bit, I totally agree. There are things here that vibrate and things that don't really fit like they should. But for a lakh of rupees, and a lakh of rupees is like 3 expensive cell phones today, you know. The fact that this is a working car and everything works and it just feels like a normal car to drive is incredible.
Now, while the Nano was a car for the masses, Tata Motors also launched a car for the upwardly mobile this year. The all-new INDIGO MANZA may have a peculiar name, but it has all the ingredients to be a leader in its segment. Spacious, loaded with equipment and sporting Fiat's multi-jet diesel engine, the MANZA represents a huge step forward for Tata Motors.
Started off on a good note because I read Sirish's comments in the morning, his editorial, and I was quite excited about getting into it. Looks good, looks spacious, you know, good family sort of car, but it was disappointing on the road. I mean, as soon as I got onto the track, it wasn't firstly, the AC wasn't working, so that's not a good start. Then it really wasn't revving at all. I think there's something wrong with this piece. And the speedo wasn't working. So really there was, too many things wrong with it to say that, the quality levels have gone up, which one would have expected because you're competing against the Japanese and all. So yeah, quite disappointing overall.
Last year, SKODA's Fabia was the deserving winner of Car of the Year. And the company's latest offering, the all-new version of its flagship sedan, the Superb, is a strong follow-up. Its combination of good looks, spacious interiors, European build quality, and, excuse the pun, superb pricing has certainly caught the buyer's fancy.
There are a few things about this car that I really like, at least in this new avatar. It carries on the same legacy, it has the same amount of luxury, it has the same amount of comfort, there's enormous space inside this cabin. It's got the performance thanks to the TSI petrol engine, and it's got the efficiency as well. There is some amount of body roll, the suspension is soft, it's suited for comfort. It's not meant to go hard around corners, but it does so. There is some understeer. But you know what I'm saying? It is so much fun.
last iteration, the BMW 7 Series polarized opinion. You either liked the crisp angle design or hated it. With this latest 7 Series, BMW has toned down the radical styling, yet retained the sporty touches that characterizes the brand from Munich. The interiors are lavish and the ride quality is surprisingly compliant, but this new 7 will still be defined by its handling abilities. After all, what other limousine comes with a Sport Plus mode as standard?
This is Sport Plus, and you can make out the difference.
I mean, I just drove the 7 Series right now with a couple of people inside the car, and we could just go flat out everywhere. I mean, that car would turn, and mind you, this is the LD, so this is the long wheelbase. Even with the long wheelbase, it's just pointing in at every corner, every apex. You can get it, boom, go on the gas, power it out. It's just brilliant for that size, definitely.
For years, the Mercedes E-Class was the ultimate Indian status symbol. But over the last few years, aggressive moves by competitors BMW and Audi has seen the three-pointed star lose ground. But with this new W212 Series E-Class, Mercedes-Benz has come roaring back to reclaim its mantle.
Now with this new E-Class, I think Mercedes is back on form. It feels really well built, like those old W124s that we are so, the memories are so fresh of it being built like a battle tank. This one feels like that. It feels solid and that it can last a war.
When it was first launched in India a few months ago, the E-Class was available with just a 3.5-litre V6 petrol engine. It was quickly followed by the 3-litre diesel with blue efficiency, which would make for the bulk of sales. But what's impressed our jury the most is the new E's nimble handling characteristics.
You know, it gives you a lot more fun than it looks that it can, like it can from the outside, because it looks like this huge battleship. But you get into it and it's surprisingly nimble, and sports-like, and it's going to be a pleasure for, anybody who buys this car to have a car that suits you for your executive self, as well as to get on and have some fun when you want to put the pedal down to it.
Time now for the next commercial break. But when we return, we have Shumi and Vikram talking about the contenders for the Bike of the Year.
ICICI Bank Car Loans presents CNBC TV 18 Overdrive Awards 2010.